Howdy, Possum Patty and Little Miss Titi. And Little Miss Titi here, and it's Saturday evening, and we're just going to do some journaling, so come on along. Sometimes I just never know what I'm going to journal about until I sit down to journal. So I went over to the shelf, and this journal jumped out at me. I finished my winter one, and this is my spring little golden book. And when I was doing my marathon journaling in the winter book, I did like 13 pages. I noticed there were still things on my phone that I hadn't journaled about. So I like to snap pictures of things and then go back and look at my phone, and I remember what I need to journal about. So I just grabbed this off the shelf. I have no idea where I'm going to start. And I started looking through the pages, and I was looking at this one, and I was like, oh, isn't this just a beautiful spring page? One of the first birds to come back to Connecticut in the spring is the red-winged blackbird, but I did see a couple robins last week, actually the week before. And I recognize I have some jack-and-pulpits in my yard, and this is a Solomon seal that grows out in the woods. And I'm just looking at all the beautiful flowers, and I said, wait a minute, there's an iris. And I remembered that the iris out right by the front porch was blooming today. And I had taken a picture of it. Isn't that gorgeous? I took it straight on so you can see the beautiful design in the leaves. And yes, there is snow down here. And this was the iris a couple of days ago. It was a bud, and the snow was, a bit higher all around, but there it was, sticking up out of the snow. So I said, well, I can do a journal page about the iris. I don't want to cover this page up at all. I'm going to leave this page right there, just the way it is. So I will journal over here. I might put some other paper in the background. I'm going to put something on the front page another day because I want to put this where the iris is. So I said, well, what is the iris? I have this Forget-Me-Not Floral Treasury, the language of flowers, because back in Victorian days, people would make up bouquets of flowers, and the bouquet itself contained a message depending on which flowers they used in the bouquet. Each flower has a meaning that you might send somebody. So I looked up the iris, and here's a beautiful blue iris, and it is a messenger. And the iris is named after the goddess of the rainbow. I wonder if I can find a good image of the goddess of the rainbow. That would make for an interesting page. I did copy this page because I wanted to put this information in the book too. But it says here the iris is the goddess of the rainbow. So an iris is a message or the messenger. Oh, here's a little poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Thou art the iris, fair among the fairest, who, armed with the golden rod and winged with the celestial azure, beareth the message of some god. Beautiful. It also says here that the Greeks planted iris on the tombs because the goddess was believed to guide the souls of dead women to their last resting place. That's interesting too. So I have this that I copied, and I have my two photos. I might look for an image of the goddess. Stand by. I found this gorgeous picture of Iris, the Greek goddess, with her rainbow, her golden orb. Looks like she's got some fairy wings on her, really pretty, and butterflies in her hair, and some iris growing down in the corner. Really pretty. I couldn't find the artist. This was like on a half a dozen websites. Everybody just picked it up. So this is from GreekGodsAndGoddesses.com or something like that. But they didn't say who the artist was. You know, I got out this paper because it was the only thing I thought that looked like a rainbow. But I think I might have blue butterflies. This is one of those paper packs I got on sale last year. Look at the gorgeous butterflies. Ooh. Very pretty. Okay, which one do I want to use? Oh, ginkgo leaves. I love ginkgo leaves. A lot of plain paper. I must have used a lot of the butterflies already. Got that one. And that one. Borders. I had another one. Decisions, decisions. Decisions, decisions. Okay. This is like every color of the rainbow butterflies. I think that kind of goes nice. Got the blues and the reds. And we've got this one. Got gold sparklies. And then I've got this one. I think I'm actually going to go back to the original. After all of that, I'm going back to the original. So we had a little bit more snow last night, but then it rained. So it melted very, very quickly. Reaching for a paper. My glue business. So I'm going to put glue on the back of this. I'm going to put that on there. And then before I glue the big picture down, like that, I will glue this like that. So we'll have the language of flowers, and you open it up, and I'll have this paper on the inside. And we'll have the goddess here, and then, ooh, I'll do my journaling. Do I need some white space? This might not work for journaling, people. Well, this is from that butterfly pack, and it's a very light sort of pinkish purple mauve. It's a little bit of texture on it, but it kind of goes with all these blues. So I think this is going to be much, much better to write on, because I do want to do a little bit of writing. So I was talking about the snow. But then morning came and it turned to rain. And it turned to slush. And then it melted. Little patches of the snow left here and there. And they're supposed to freeze tonight, so it might be a little slippery in the morning. Oh, I didn't want to glue that little piece there. Oh well. Oh well, I was going to not put this there because it'd be too thick when I fold it. I was only going to put the paper up to here, like that, up to there. Yeah, so the other day I noticed the bud coming up, and it was such a big bud, and purple, and I'm thinking, is that the crocus? No, that doesn't look anything like the crocus. And I did not look back in my journal until like just now. I looked back in my journal just now to see what I had planted, and it was Iris reticulata. And they stay very small, but they have beautiful flowers. It actually says they're good for rock gardens. You might remember me journaling about that in the fall. Now, how to get glue way up there? Mamma mia. Gotta get that big blob of glue there. I went over and got out some ink. Got out some blue, salty ocean. I might ink this when I am done, because it is a plain white border. I don't have a big selection of spring papers, so I was looking in my summer paper file. I don't want to buy any spring papers until later. Maybe I'll get some if they go on sale. Yeah, I want to do this edge too. Stay over there. And I think I want to do this side too. Blue for the blue iris. Oh yeah, so it's snowing. So I think the message that the iris is telling me is that spring is coming. Even though the snow did not come during the winter, the snow is coming in March. Spring is still around the corner. I saw 2 robins. I wonder if it would be easier to journal on this before I glue it in. Okay, let me do it this way. Let me do my journaling. I use my blue glaze pen because I'm trying to use up these odd colored glaze pens that came in a pack that I bought because I wanted the black one that was in there. But it goes well with the inked edges. I got the blue glaze pen going on there. I did my journaling. March 4th, 2023. The iris's message is spring is just around the corner. First blue iris of the season. This one was taken on March 1st with all the snow. It looks very crystally because it had gotten warm during the day, then froze again. And then the beautiful blue iris blooming on March 4th. Now it takes a second for the glaze to dry because it is a dimensional ink. And I think if I can get some beacon glue out of this, use the beacon because this part is a working paper part. I did not have this standing on its head. Oop, here it comes. So I'm going to use the beacon glue to glue it to the picture of the goddess of the rainbow. I don't know, people even read Greek mythologies anymore. I remember reading them. Some of them were a little hard because there were so many names to try to learn. Greek names. Okay, it's got a little gully there, and that's going to make it easy to open and close. Got a little glue on the inside, though. I don't think I do anything without making a mess. So, do you do daily journaling? Piece of paper here. If you are in the northern hemisphere, that is. My friends down under, they're just at the end of their summer. I guess they'll be going into fall when we go into spring. But fall is a very lovely time of the year. I do want to journal about the robins, though. I used to not see robins until March, but now I see them in February. Wow, this is coming out slow. Why is this coming out so slow? I had the cap on. Stanley and I are still picking up a few rocks here and there. But you know, once those plants start popping up, you know, all my attention is going to be paid to seeing what's growing in the woods. But don't worry, I will finish the Dirt Road Diary. And look up all those rocks that we have gathered. And I've collected rocks from other places, but they're going to go into this journal. I already have a bunch of things I want to put in here, but that is a good thing. That is a good thing. Okay, let me hold this down for a second. Well, there we have it, the first page done of this year in the Golden Age book. This is going to be my spring little golden book. And I have so many things I want to put in here already, so happy to get this started with this beautiful blooming iris. And the goddess over here with the iris. It's just kind of an easy page, but it is just some daily journaling. So I love it. So while I'm journaling in this journal, I will be working on this one. And no, I didn't finish painting it yet. I see that I need to put a little bit of blue in here. And then it will be done. Unless I put those little wooden buttons on there, which I still might do. Oh, you know what? And, you know, I was thinking about putting those wooden ladybugs and bees on here, but there's already bees and ladybugs on here. So I might not do that. And you don't know what I'm talking about unless you've watched all my videos. But I did wood burning on this. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I wood burned a design very, very lightly because I knew I was going to paint it in. And I'm painting it with acrylics and it is almost done. And then I'm going to put this together as the sort of spring into summer journal or whenever I finish this one. But I do intend on going right through here and finishing it like I did with my Colors of Winter little golden book journal. And then this one will be coming up after that. And I will probably be working this one for the summer. Now, I started this one last summer. And this was my beach journal. I'm going to do a lot of nature journaling from down at the beach. But for some reason, I got it all together and I started it. Isn't that a colorful page? I love it. And that was about it. That was about it, yeah. So I do have a whole bunch of pictures I saved on my phone. Oh, that's a magnet there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is a story about my sunglasses. But why did I put a magnet to hold those two pages together? That's funny. I'm going to have to go back and watch my my video, see why I did that. But I can put something on this page. All right, so this will be nature journaling and things down at the ocean. This is my family journal, my family notebook. I'm working on my family tree, and I already have a bunch of more things I want to put into here that I learned just this past couple of days. And this is my study of the rocks on the road. This one is so much fun. And this one's going to be a riot too, because some of the stuff I'm finding out about the family, things that I thought were true are not, and things I didn't know about are popping up. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, this is my plan for right now. Not counting my trashies. I still have my trashies. I know I haven't done them in a while, but I will bring them out very shortly. So I want to wish everybody happy junk journaling. And what's your plans for spring into summer with your journals? Give it a share. Let me know down below what you are doing, because everybody's interested in what everybody else is doing, so we can hop over to your channel if you have one and check it out. If not, just tell us in the comments. Thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing. And I forgot these 3 journals. I just walked over the shelf to put the other ones away. Yeah, so this is my Tea Tuesday. Very fun, very colorful, black and white pattern journal that I'm journaling all about the sisters, the crazy sisters, in this fun journal. Love it. And then I have my Asian glue book, which I need to do some more work in here for the year of the rabbit. Happy New Year. This is the lunar year of the rabbit. I started this in the year of the ox and moved on to the year of the tiger and still haven't gotten very far. I have a lot of pages to do in here. And the last one, it's probably not the last one. There's probably more that I'm not thinking about right now. Is my kitty boho journal, which I was journaling about the family pets, and I have been collecting pictures and stories to put in here too. And there's a few more pages in here, one signature back there that I need to get done. Yeah, so much journaling to do, so much journaling to do. Now I'll let you go.